All ultra-dwarf grass types absolutely need sunlight. Not only do they need sunlight, they love it and thrive on it. We like to shoot for 8 straight hours a day through the summer and as much sunlight as possible the rest of the year. If you're thinking about converting your club to MiniVerde, you really need to take this opportunity to remove all existing shade problems. If you have trees that are covering your greens in shade for the majority of the day, cut them down. We're equipped with specialized equipment that will help identify which trees must be removed. We will provide this service free of charge on our initial consultation. One of the questions that we like to ask about tree removal is, if a controversial tree wasn't there, would you plant one in that spot? Usually the answer is no, which makes the debate a bit shorter. Owning your shade is vital to growing a perfect putting surface. The term owning your shade refers to the control you may or may not have over a shade issue. A house blocking sunlight or a steep hill or a mountain would be examples of shade that you do not own and therefore are limited in the options you have to increase sunlight to a given site. It's harder to deal with other shade structures such as houses, but if you have the ability to solve the shade problem, you need to address it prior to planting your new greens.
One of the main things that we struggled with in the grow-in process that I wish that we had done prior to actually getting the sprigs was we have a couple of shaded greens and we opted to wait to cut the trees down that caused the shade on those greens. And I wish that we had done that prior instead of thinking that we could do it a couple of months later. I think it was a couple of months that we lost growing time on. So we definitely deal with any issues, drainage issues or shade issues prior to getting the sprigs on the ground.
We understand you may have some trees on your course which are deemed untouchable, and we get that. We just want to ensure that you understand the important role adequate sunlight makes in successful Bermuda grass greens management. This will provide you with the very best growing experience possible. If, at the end of the day, you feel that the shade is just something that can't be managed, there are some new putting green varieties of zoysia grasses on the marketplace, which certainly aren't as good as MiniVerde, but are definitely better than dirt.